Hello and welcome to a review of an eBay seller that I have used a couple of times, and sadly it did not turn out well. So this is more like a be warned kind of thing. But anyways, I mentioned in a review of a coin some time ago that I was going to do this, and I want to start with probably the worst first. So here we go. This is a review of Hobocoin on eBay. I don't know if they have a normal website as well, but either way, I only know of this one. So as we can see here, more or less in the middle, Hobocoin, 100% positive feedback and 25,000 items sold and the number of followers, not that that matters. So from the looks of it, well, I would say that's a pretty good seller, although the 100% does kind of make me nervous. I find it very hard for most sellers to get 100% positive feedback. So yeah, that's a little bit odd. But other than that, I mean, this is more or less what you want to look for when you look for eBay sellers, in my opinion. So on the surface, it looks pretty decent, which is also why I actually used this twice. But I'll get into the more specific stories towards the end. So this is more or less what it looks like when you first enter this seller's page or whatever on eBay. And just to show more or less what they have on sale, well, there's a bit of everything. I am located in Mexico, so all the prices here are in Mexican pesos. And it says up top that 530 items available. It does change depending on region for some reason. I guess they have some coins they don't want to send to Mexico. I tried selecting the US and it gave me about double that number. So the number might vary depending on where you are. But I mean, they have different things. I would say the prices look fairly decent. I haven't compared to other ones because I'm not going to buy anything from them, but it doesn't look completely overpriced. Although I would say the Apollo there, Gods of Olympus, I have seen that cheaper, but not by that much. And depending on the shipping, it might not actually be more expensive here. But either way, that's more or less what they have. So anyways, the reason or reasons, I suppose, why I do not recommend this seller is pretty much this. I bought this from them months and months ago currently. I forget exactly when, but since the delivery here says August 31st to September, and that is 23, I would guess that I bought it about a month and a half or so earlier. So I don't know, June maybe, July at the latest, thereabouts. And I did not receive any of these items. The top three were actually auctions, and the bottom one was something I wanted for my collection specifically. And nothing ever arrived. I waited and I waited and nothing. I wrote messages to them, which they did answer fairly quickly. I would say pretty standard within about 24 hours, maybe 36, 48. So it's not like they just ignore you, but still. According to them, the reason why I did not receive anything was that the bottom one, the artist, Gods of Olympus, wasn't released or something like that. At least that was their explanation as to why nothing had been shipped. So that was a bit odd. In the beginning, I just kind of went, oh well, I guess I'll wait and see what happens. And I definitely gave them a lot of time. And after waiting for probably months, I went back and checked a couple of times, And when I went to their site and clicked on this same coin, there was nothing mentioned about delayed shipping or otherwise. It's just like, we have this thing, it's ready to go, but they would not send any of them to me. So that kind of annoyed me greatly. But anyways, I waited and waited. Eventually I did get the money back for the top 3, but they wouldn't give me the money for the last one. So I actually had to go through eBay's buyer protection program or whatever that is to get the money back. No, scratch that. I had to go through PayPal to get my money back. And they never responded to the request as far as I could see. It was just pending for about a week or so, and then it closed and I got my money back. So yeah, that's a bit odd. The other one, I didn't take a picture because it's even further back in time, but I found another couple of coins with them, and again, it didn't specify that they weren't ready to be delivered. So after buying it, they did send me an email, or sorry, a message through eBay explaining that they didn't have those at the time, and they depended on the mint to release them first, and when they got them, they would send them to me. Which again is like, well, fair enough. You could have mentioned that under the details, so you know it up front. But either way, at least they told me in a message. But again, it was just this waiting and waiting, and the dates that they said, like, oh, it'll be released on this date. We got to that date. I waited a couple of extra days. Nothing was shipped. Like emailing them again, well, texting them again, whatever. Like, hey, we passed the date. Like, what's going on? And they just kept, no, it hasn't been released yet. I went to the mint, and there was nothing really mentioned there about it being delayed, or dates or otherwise. I mean, I'm not saying that they necessarily lied about that, but still, it just seemed like they kept kicking the can down the road, didn't want to deal with the situation and return my money. So that kind of frustrated me. Eventually I did get my money back as well, because I got tired of waiting. For those who know eBay and how this works, you have up until a certain time after the purchase, and then you lose the right to get the money back. So I do pay attention to that and make sure that I start the process before that becomes a problem. But that's basically what ended up happening. So both times I never received any coins, and yeah, it was just a waste of time. A lot of waiting for nothing. Actually, the one here with the 4 coins, well, the artists, supposedly they shipped something. I did get like a confirmation that they shipped a coin, and I assume it's that one. But I never received anything, so I waited until, well, I guess the Friday, November 10th, and I think I even waited a couple of extra weeks just in case, because, well, Mexico can be a little bit slow when it comes to deliveries. But yeah, then I started the process, so I don't know if they actually sent anything. When I clicked on the tracking number, it didn't really give me much of anything, so I don't know. If I were you, I would definitely avoid this seller. There are other ones that are much better. So yeah, that's basically my take on this. I will never use them again. Oh, also, I did leave negative reviews, but somehow they disappeared. So maybe that's how they get positive reviews only. They may get eBay to remove the negative ones for them. I don't know how that works exactly, but I left 4 negative reviews. They have all been deleted, and nobody told me why. And I didn't write anything that wasn't true. I described what happened with the facts that I had. So yeah, either way. But anyways, I would say stay away from Hobocoin, find a different seller. But either way, if you do use them, pay attention to the dates so you can get your money back in case you don't receive anything. And that's about it. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little review of a seller. I hope the next one is going to turn out a lot more positive than this one. But anyways, thank you for listening, and bye bye.